So we're going to go over the script and how to use the script. And I'm going to go through the whole process with you guys so you have no questions. If you have questions, please do feel free to ask. But we're going to go over on how to use the script. I'm going to use the original script. Now, you are more than welcome to pick the script version that works best for you. The original script is going to use Spirit. It's going to use God, Jesus Christ in it. Now, if you don't connect with those things, that's okay. You can go to the universal script, or you can go to the secular, doesn't use God and those type of things. So feel free to pick the script that works best for you. But I am going to go over the original one. It's the exact same thing. You're just going to replace different words with whatever script you're using. Now, quick background on the script. So the script came from a lady who was a hypnotherapist, and her name was Carolyn, and my mom got it from her, and she got this script for her clients. It is something that she created that she has been using for her clients, and in return was super effective. She created this because she wanted a way to be able to make or have a resource for her clients to be able to release and become more independent on their healing, and to help them with their healing a lot easier and a lot faster. So they created this, and she realized how effective it was and how it was making huge differences. So this is kind of where it came from. Now, the person who wrote Feelings Buried Alive Never Die, she got it from the same person. She got it from her about 8 years after my mom got it. She changed it for her book. So it came from the same source, but she changed it for her book, and so it's been changed quite a bit in the version that's used in the book. So this is pretty close to the original. The words are just changed a little bit, but we're going to go through it. So first of all, let's talk about why the script is effective. So what does the script do? The script has a specific purpose of helping you rewire your subconscious. So what is your subconscious? It's something where it's pretty much your brain is working when you're not aware of it. And so your subconscious is going to be like the part of you that you aren't consciously aware of. For example, let's say you are going about the day and you have this belief or this program from a childhood that you don't quite remember, but it's stored back in your brain, of an experience of someone pushing you over or something like that. And from that experience, you create a belief system of people are mean. And from that experience, you have this reaction that gets triggered when certain events happen. So in your subconscious brain, there's a lot of stuff that is being stored that can be triggered and that will come out. And so what the script helps you do is tap into that, find it, and reprogram it with new truths that you want to have going on in your subconscious mind. So a lot of times in our subconscious mind, we have limiting beliefs or false beliefs that aren't based on truth. And so we want to find them. We want to discern and recognize what they are, and then reprogram them to be what we want to experience, and reprogram them with the truth. So we're going to get started, and we are going to talk about how to use the script. First thing you're going to do before you ever use the script is have a note section to be able to write things down, and you're going to use this to take it through the script. And I'm going to walk you through this process. So let's say, for example, you're going about your day, and let's say at work, someone comes in and your boss just yells at you. And from this experience, you feel anger, you feel sad, you feel shame, you feel guilt, you feel maybe not good enough, whatever you want to write, or whatever is triggered necessarily. So you get it all down, be specific on what you're feeling, try to tune into it. If you're feeling it in a certain way, like, okay, I'm feeling angry and I feel like I'm holding it in my jaw, you could write clenched jaw. Guys, I'm not an amazing speller, so this is why I'm a personal trainer. So let's just say we are going to put jaw. Clenching. You guys can write it. I swear I spelled it right, but I didn't. Okay, clenched jaw. You write that down. And then what you're going to say, or what you're going to do after that, is get all the stuff down, all the negative stuff. Then you're going to put right after it all the positive opposites with no negative connotation. The reason why I say no negative connotation is because you want to program all positivity. For example, if I say I am limitless, I don't love saying that, and the reason why is because limited and less is in there. And so in the back of your subconscious brain, you're also reprogramming limited and less than. And I don't want that programmed in my brain, so I only use positive connotation words. So for example, I would go, I'm feeling anger, I'm going to put joy. Feeling sad, I'm going to put happiness, or I feel joy, whatever you want to say. I feel joy. Shame, you're going to say probably forgiveness of self. You could say, wow, you could say, I forgive myself completely. And then for guilt, you do the same thing and you go through the whole thing. But I'm going to use this program, not good enough. So I'm not good enough. You could say I am of great worth. And that has no negative connotation. I am of great worth. So that's kind of how you're going to do it. You're going to find a list of all the negative feelings and emotions. Then you're going to write them all down. And then you're going to make a second list right next to it or right below it of all the positive opposites with no negative connotation. This is super important because you're going to insert these in the different places in the script. And I'm going to go through that right now. For the sake of keeping this simple, I'm going to read through the script with just one program or one belief or one feeling, and we're just going to use anger. So you're going to start from the beginning, and you're going to say, something happened today to cause me to feel anger. Spirit, go to my beginnings and locate what it is that caused the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs of anger. So parentheses are here just to give you more insight, to help you understand what the blanks are and what you should be doing. You don't say what's in the parentheses. It's just there to give you guidance or give you direction on what you put in and what you're going to say. So it starts out with you recognizing and saying, this is what I'm feeling. Then it goes into you talking to your spirit. Spirit, go to the beginnings and locate what it is that caused the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs of blank. So anger to begin or to start, right? You're talking to your spirit, your subconscious, your being, your body, your experience, your existence, right? You are talking to yourself. Then you go to the next part. Spirit, take my very most adult understanding, forgiving, reasoning, spiritual higher self to what it is that caused the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to begin. Go to the very origin of where it came from. Analyze and resolve every aspect of it perfectly and permanently from every layer that it penetrates. Then come forward in time, analyzing and resolving perfectly and permanently every similar incident based upon the foundation of the first in time until I'm at the present. No more thoughts, feelings, and beliefs of anger. So you're pretty much telling your spirit, your subconscious, exactly what you want it to do. And then you go cleanse it from every tissue, fiber, cell in my being, cell and DNA and RNA in my body and spirit. And the reason why fiber in my being, cell and DNA and RNA in my body and spirit. And the reason why is because when, like we talked about with the rat experience, when you have certain beliefs or certain programs or certain feelings, it literally can change your cells, your fibers, your DNA, your RNA, all these different things. And sometimes your body traps it into your body. It holds feelings and emotions within your cells, within your DNA. And we are asking your body, your spirit to go to those areas and cleanse your body from all those different areas. So that is why that is in there. Then you go into replace it with truth, light, God's peace and love. This is when you would have different wording on these different areas. Like if you don't connect with spirit, if you don't connect with light, truth, God's peace and love, and all that kind of stuff, you would replace it with the areas or the words that you chose to use. So we're going to continue on. Truth, light, God's peace and love, unconditional forgiveness, pure love of Christ. And then it gives you instructions of what next to replace in here. So then you'd pull out your second list of your positive opposites that have no negative connotation. So then you would say, for example, if I had anger, I might say joy, I might say happiness, I might say forgiveness, peace. You can put as much as you want. And if it was a belief of maybe people don't like me, you would put something as I love me unconditionally. And the reason why this is super important, when I have clients use this script, I do not like them to attach their peace and their joy and their happiness to an outside source above themselves or above God or something that's more stable, because you cannot, I repeat, you cannot determine or be able to rely on how people are going to treat you, how people are going to present to you, because everyone has their free agency and choice, and people react based on their own programs and belief systems, and based on that, they might present themselves a certain way. And so if you are redefining your being, your truth, who you are with another person, an outside source that you cannot control, it makes it so you can be up and down. So we want to make sure that we only define ourselves and our truth by what we can control, which is ourselves, or if you believe in God and a higher power, that. And that's because our source, God, usually is unwavering and usually comes from a place of peace, joy, and happiness. So very important, do not use reprogramming that is dependent on other people. For example, if I say, let's say people don't like me, and you say in reverse of that, people love me. What if someone comes along and they don't love you, right? What is going to be your experience after that? So what you would say instead is you would say, I love myself unconditionally, regardless of what other people think. That is self-sustained. That is not dependent on anybody else. And that allows you to reprogram your brain and your mind exactly the way you need it to be self-sustained and have joy regardless of how other people present themselves. So that is super important when you're going through this. If you guys get stuck and you don't know what to say in this spot, it's okay. You don't have to say the right things. It's not like you could go wrong here. Really just put down whatever you want to have be your experience. And let's say you're like, oh, I'm having a hard time coming up with a positive opposite. Literally, this is why I put unconditional forgiveness and the pure love of Christ, or you can say unconditional love, which I have right here too. And that's perfect. That's all you need. If you can't come up with a positive opposite, literally just say unconditional love or unconditional forgiveness. Those two are perfect. If you can't come up with something, unconditional love, love heals all, say that. You're golden. You're not going to screw up with that. Okay, now moving on. So now we've replaced everything in the script with what we want to experience. Now we move on to the next part. And anything else my body and spirit needs to become completely whole. Gratitude, faith of a mustard seed, single-minded, sound mind, strengthen the tissues, fiber cells in my being, DNA and RNA in my body and spirit. Hear the voice of the divine through my ears. Receive power, discernment, inspiration from the divine for my highest good. Know that every physical problem, every bad habit and behavior based on the old thoughts, feelings, and beliefs quickly disappears. Take all the time you need, spirit. Please quicken time and get the job done now. So you were asking for it to, or you're giving it permission, first of all, that it can take all the time it needs to heal, but you're also asking, if possible, please quicken time and get the job done now. Your spirit, your body, your subconscious, your conscious self is very, very smart, and it's going to know exactly what it needs to do. So you don't need to try to figure out all of this. You don't need to figure out the timing of everything, exactly what it needs. Don't try to figure out any of that. Your spirit, your body, and your subconscious and your conscious self will know exactly what it needs, and it will take care of that. But you're literally asking for it to be able to do it and give it permission to do it at the timeline it needs, but if possible, do it is in the most efficient and quick, fast way that is possible. So, and then at the end, after you've gone through this whole thing, it's going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. When you say that, you're going to see right here, it says tap chest as you say these phrases. So you're going to go, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Then you go big inhale, big exhale. And the reason why you do that is because tapping, some people do this, and they'll tap themselves, and it's a way of shifting energy. It's a way of kind of breaking up what you were doing. It's just a way to reinforce the truth of thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, love you. And the big inhale and the big exhale is a way of like, I'm letting go, I'm releasing, I'm choosing to be done with this. So that is pretty much how the script works. If you have any questions, let me know. So to quickly go through it again, you have the option to choose which script option is best for you. This is the original. You can come in here and use the universal script placeholder, and it has instructions here. It gives you some different wording that you can choose from if you want to, and it breaks it down and it allows you to pick your terms and put it in there. The other one is secular. So this is pretty much does not connect to God or something like that. So you're going to be like higher wisdom. You're going to be with words that are more connected with that. So you're going to pick the script that works best for you. And then essentially how it's working is you're speaking to your subconscious, telling it, these are the things we want to let go. This is what you're going to do with it. And now I want you to replace it with the truth, which is this. And you're going to go to the very origin of where it came from. You're going to heal it from every aspect, from DNA, RNA, fiber, cells, muscles, all that good stuff. It's going to cleanse your whole body. And this is going to be our new experience. And then you give gratitude for it, doing it. And you're going to say, I love you for doing this. You're reinforcing it. You're giving gratitude, and you're expressing how grateful and how much love you have for your spirit going through this whole process. This is how you do it. This is how you use the script. Let me know if you have any questions. You guys are amazing, and I look forward to your continual healing in this process.